Hi, everyone. I am on the East Coast visiting my sister, and I was just talking about something with her, and I was like, you know what? I need to do a video, another tangent video. So we were talking about the whole Daddy Lumba's wives drama, right? And I'm like, you guys, it is 2025. Why are we still having these conversations? And then it made me think about a conversation that I had with my dad. I was just telling my sister about it. So I thought, I'm like, let me share it with y'all. This is what I told my dad. I said, listen, if you don't put your affairs in order, and God forbid, you drop dead today, and you are expecting me to go to Ghana and be fighting people over a property that you have, that you didn't put in your will, whether you wanted your grandkids to have it, whether you wanted your nephews to have it. If you think I'm going to go and be fighting with people about that, you've got one thing coming. I told him, I said, I don't care who you give it to. In fact, based on where the property is located, you might be better off giving, I don't know. But whatever it is that you want, you need to make sure that it's on paper. Because God forbid something happens and you are expecting me to not be going to fight with. And I saw so much of this in real estate. It is absolutely insane how, in today's day and age, you are sacrificing your life, building all these properties, but yet you're not putting anything in place about who's going to take care of it. I'm not saying give it to me. Hell, I might not even want it. But whoever you want to have, put it on paper. There should be absolutely no reason why in 2025 you're literally dying and not putting your affairs in order. And you're putting your children in uncomfortable positions where now they're going to have to be, talking to uncles that, might take offense to whatever it is that's going on. Put your affairs in order. I can't say it enough. One of the last deals that I worked on, well, I can't even call it working on. It was a waste of time that I worked on for someone in Ghana. This guy had lived over here his entire life, basically doing what most of us are doing, whatever he's getting from here, pouring it back home. Did all of this, never put a will in place. Now all your kids are here. The minute he dies, somebody decides to, family members decide to go and take the property. One person changes the other one to their name. The other person changes the other one to, it's absolutely a mess. Now the wife, who is not a Ghanaian, God bless her, basically gets me involved to try to help them, sell all these properties that this man had back home that now people in Ghana are fighting over in courts with falsified documents. A mess. It got to a point where, my friends who knew some of what was going on in that particular case, it got to a point I told the people who brought me on board, the family, has to listen. Because at this point, they're threatening, voodoo, all kinds of nonsense. I'm like, all of this could have been avoided. It could have all been avoided had you put your affairs in order. Put your affairs in order, put your affairs in order. Attorneys, listen, there are some wonderful estate attorneys in Ghana that you could be working with to put your affairs in order so that your family members are not fighting over your property. Because yes, now the courts, based on what I'm reading and what's going on in Ghana, the courts have basically agreed that both of them are the wives You know, so now what? They're going to get past funeral rights. You know, who gets the most, I guess, attention. And then it's going to come to division of the estate. Then what happens? Does he have a will? My people, come on. We need to be doing better than this. We do. We need to be doing better than this. But from, again, being a real, I've seen so many of these stories, but the one I shared a little bit is the one that stood out the most because of the amount of property and drama that was just involved in it. Something that could have easily been avoided had a will been put in place. That way we know that your wishes are getting carried out. Whether you wanted this family member to have it, you know, this cousin to have it, it's on paper. Nobody is fighting the cousin. You want this child to have this, nobody's fighting it. But again, just like I told my dad, if you are expecting me to go and fight somebody over, I'd rather be living homeless on the streets. That's not happening. You want me to have it? You want my sister to have it? Put it on paper. Whether he did it or not, I don't know. But at least I've said my piece. So yeah, if God forbid something happens to you, thinking I'm not, if you didn't put it on paper for me, I'm not fighting for it. I don't have time. You know? So yes, all of this tangents to say, my people, please. Getting a will doesn't mean you're going to die. I mean, we are all going to die one day. We are, you know, but put your affairs in order. Please put your affairs in order. Okay, tangent over. I smell something good. She cooking. I'm about to go eat, but I wanted to get this off my chest because this is ridiculous. You hear this person dying, you know, family member. Why? Put your affairs in order. Again, I will make myself the sacrificial lamb. You want some connection to some good estate attorneys in Ghana? I got you. But please, put it in order. You know, it's 2025. These conversations should not be happening. It should not be. Put your affairs in order. I mean, unless your kids got time to be fighting, child. I don't got time. Got 5 kids to raise. I don't got time to be fighting cousins and uncles. And, you know, you don't put it in order. It means whoever, listen, just like I learned from that case, I guess it's whoever gets to it first. When, you know, affairs aren't put in order. It's whoever gets to it first. So, yes, I'm not getting there on time. So don't expect me to be fighting over stuff if you're not putting your affairs in order. So, yes, y'all, happy Thanksgiving. If I think of more tangents, I'm going to make more of these videos. But, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving. Bye, y'all.